It almost feels like some of my best matches I do not record, so I'll speak about this one. Alright, so I usually prefer to play games modes other than 2v2 deathmatch. But if there's an event for that type of game mode, then I'm doing it for the rewards because rewards mean resources and resources mean improving your squad. So the other day, I was in a 2v2 for that Deathmatch Mania event that was going on, and my last objective was to complete something like a total of 4.8 million damage points. Easy enough to complete if you play a few matches. In this particular match, I can't remember the map name, but it was one of those all blue maps with open space. I'm not sure if that helped in explaining, but hear me out. Round 1. I started with Aegis, as I usually do in most matches now, and the battle started off slow. I'm waiting in the back, my teammate on the far left side slowly pushes forward as the enemies kind of sit there scoping out the scene. We're all just kind of waiting to see who will do what first in attacking. About 20 plus seconds in, my teammate kills one of the enemies on the far left, so we up 1-0. After my dome shield I had used seconds before it disappeared, me and the other enemy are both behind cover still a good distance from each other, as we trade bullets making connection ever so slowly. My health gets to below midway down while his health barely moves. Shortly after my teammate responds, he gets into a semi-close quarter fight with the other enemy and he's behind cover notifying me with the attack message. And I'm thinking, that's what I'm doing. It's not my fault I'm matched up against players with a much higher power level than me. Besides, I'm trying not to die. I don't want to rush in too close to this powerful enemy and get crushed. Then right after, my teammate hits me with the help message, as if I'm just supposed to drop what I'm doing and shoot his target. In the moment, there was no way I could help him without fully exposing myself and getting killed by my initial target. Anyways, my teammate ended up dead and I was more focused on the enemy in front of me, and that focus ended up getting me hit and killed from the side by the other enemy, so now we're down 1-2. I spawned Zephyr, ready to avenge Aegis' death. We about to go to work, I thought. My teammate killed the other enemy I tried to kill the first time. I spammed the other enemy with the nade launcher and missile rack, so now the table has quickly flipped and we're up 3-2. My teammate is standing behind a thick, tall pillar with time ticking down, something like 15 seconds, where we spawn from our home side, and he's in a close-up brawl with one of the enemies. The second enemy is sitting at the back of the map. I ignore him and rush to help to try to kill the enemy my teammate is fighting, because I see both of their health are really low. As I turn the corner around the pillar, my teammate had been killed, and right as time ran out, I ended up getting killed by the cryo launcher, so we lose round 1, 4-3. At the start of round 2, I started with Aegis again and went towards my teammate and noticed that he's not moving. Did he quit because he was upset? Did he lose internet connection? I don't know. But I wasn't going to exit the match. I was close to completing the 4.8 million total damage points objective, so I just played on knowing I would lose. This time around, the enemies got more aggressive and one used Seeker. Keep in mind that Seeker was not used in the previous round by anyone. Seeker teleported towards my teammate, attempting to kill him without success, because for whatever reason my teammate wasn't in the match, and the enemies weren't aware up until then. While Seeker teleported back to his position, I used that time to get to the side of the other enemy at a medium distance to kill him with the disc launchers, while I was standing behind cover and he trying to change position to get to cover. We up 1-0 at this point. I was able to fully reload and use a dome shield by the time Seeker teleported towards me. The shield helped block some damage, giving me some time to lower his health, but it did not stop me from dying. Now we're tied at 1. At this point, I'm freaking out. I'm not sure what to do with Seeker being out there, so I decided to go with Zephyr again. When I spawned on the left side of the map, of slightly higher ground behind a pillar, I noticed that the other enemy had Arachnos on the field equipped with voltaic RPGs. Me knowing how weak Arachnos is in health, I wanted to take him out first, but I wasn't able to do that, because Seeker quickly teleported towards me, and with my quick thinking from the Fury action, I froze Seeker, but only after he damaged me with the Ember 8s, giving me the opportunity to take him out first, close range, with nades and missiles. Release set in. We up 2-1. Now I can focus back on Arachnos before the enemy spawns back to attack me again. There's around 35 seconds left in the round now. I'm still waiting behind the same pillar to fully reload, and just as soon as I'm able, I unload all the nades and missiles into Arachnos hiding behind cover, and he got all the splash damage. Killing Arachnos ended up getting me killed because he left me exposed for just enough time for the other enemy to do so. Now we up 3-2. With less than 10 seconds to go, I see the enemy who killed me hovering around anticipating where I might respawn. So I decided not to respawn, letting time run out, and the round ended with me winning. Now we're tied at 1 apiece for the match. Round 3 starts, and no surprise, I start with Aegis. As soon as I run up near the middle of the map to get a good angle on at least one enemy, I get locked on by javelin racks from one of those enemies. I pressed the button to use the dome shield and it reacted very late, causing me to get hit with a lot of damage taken from those javelins. The enemy that hit me with the javelins used shadow and was at a higher ground and left exposed just enough for me to kill him with the disc launchers while I was inside the shield. Seeker then teleported to me and finished Agents off with the embers, then teleported back to his position. We're tied 1-1. Alright, now I must go with Zephyr yet again. I spawned on the lower right side of the map and stayed in the corner right behind the pillar. I felt that one of the enemies would come after me, and surely that's what Seeker did. Once I seen that Seeker locked onto me, I was ready. I waited until he teleported after seeing the lock highlighted red, froze him, moved to his side, then took him out like last time with the nades and missiles. Reloaded, then slowly started to move sideways to the middle of the spawn area to the next pillar, watching and waiting for what the other enemy would do from a far distance. Now we up 2-1. There's less than a minute left, and the enemy that used Seeker spawns back with a new mech trying to hit me with missiles from a distance on my right side of higher ground, and he missing everything. While he's reloading, the other enemy using Panther is slowly walking up to me from my far left, so I shoot nades at him to back him up some. Maybe one hit him. I'm still in the back middle behind a pillar. 45 seconds left and the enemy on my right launches missiles and connects on a couple. It forces me to slide to my left behind the same pillar as the other enemy using Panther starts shooting at me because it left me exposed just a little bit. So that made me move more and more to my left. I used my teammate's unmovable body because he likely left the game as cover when I got near him to avoid getting hit by Panther. 20 seconds left and both enemies started moving more towards my location, but Panther was the closest on my left side of slight higher ground. 10 seconds left, Panther uses the stasis barrier almost hitting me, which he used to put between us as he walked down onto my floor level, causing me to move more and more to my left until I was trapped against a corner wall. With 5 seconds left, Panther is bringing my health down 40%, 30%, 20%. As he turned in the corner towards me, he tried to get a better angle, and while he shooting me behind the stasis barrier, he walked through it. Now I'm not for certain if it would have worked had he stayed behind the barrier, but I used Zephyr's ability to freeze him once he stepped through the barrier. Time ran out. I thanked the Mech Arena gods, then holler like athletes do when they get an intense win, seeing that I won the last round 2-1, as well as the match 2-1. Man, if only I had recorded it. Hold up. Did the enemy just move after I froze him? Let's play that back. Yeah, this game tripping. This game be tripping.